Hello, beautifuls. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. So, what we're going to do today is we're basically going to make some berets, but we're going to use the blocking method. Berets can also be sewn. We're going to do some sewing, but we're going to do some sewing after it's blocked. Okay? And I actually just got this beret block. I kind of like it. You almost kind of see what it's going to look like, right? um, and I like that it's just, subtly asymmetrical. It has a very subtle slope. And I believe this is what they call a puzzle block. You can see the head size. It's 22 and a half, which is the most popular head size for women, by the way. And when you remove this, can't let this fall. That was a good catch. I think I might have Spider-Man's gifts. All right, so once you remove this, then these two pieces come apart. And they make these puzzle blocks because it makes it easier to remove your felt from them. If you watched any of my previous videos, I had to use some corset boning to just kind of work on the material to remove it from the block, because you get it on the block so nice and tight, then when it's time to take it off, it's almost just a job as taking it off the block as it is fitting it on. So these puzzle blocks are supposed to help with that, but this only stays together with the magnet. So we're gonna put this back on. Look at that. Isn't that something? Pretty cool, right? All right. So I'll put this on my stand. And before I start to steam, I am going to cover this block with cling wrap because we want to preserve it and we want it to last us a mighty long time. Oh yeah. We are doing it, y'all. We are doing it. Okay. All right. So now that our block is nice and covered, make sure this has holes so that it can fit nice and snug on this block. Okay, good. Now I have two different cones that I'm going to block. I'm gonna do the lighter one first. I wouldn't want to do the pink first because you just don't want any of the pink residue to get on your lighter color fabric. So between, if you're gonna be blocking two fabrics, you want to make sure you block the lighter one first. It just makes cleanup easier and transference of your material easier. So I'm going to wet my felt. Let's see. Okay. Inside and out. You know what's interesting? Now that I see this, look at this, guys. On the other side of this cone, look how it looks up top. It doesn't have the material, it stops. I don't know, guys. This kind of looks kind of cool to me. It almost makes it look like when you put it on, like it's gonna be a net. I don't know, guys. I'm all about doing the unconventional. Who says we have to have it perfectly on the other side? So I'm turning my cone inside out. I know they meant this to be on the inside. I know they did. But we're going to switch things up, okay? We're going to switch it up. Okay, getting this nice and damp. Okay, now I'm going to start my steamer. Yep, my light's on back there. I'm going to dampen this a little bit more. Hope I didn't get the camera wet. Okay, good. Yeah, I like this, guys. I like that, you know, I'm all about making it interesting. And guess what? If it doesn't look right after we block it, we can always take it off and block it on the other side. How about that? So now that my steamer is starting to percolate, it's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. All right, if you're from Northeast, you know. Especially if you're from New Jersey. If you know, you know. It's time for the percolator. Okay, see it percolating? All right. So now I'm putting my cone on there. And just to trap in all the moisture, I'm just going to cover it. Do I need to cover it a little bit? I don't think so. I don't have too much of my steam escaping. But you see how it's breaking it down, right? I'll tell you, when you take it off, it can be hot. And you know what? I got these gloves. Let's see if they're going to make a difference. These are gloves that are supposed to help you handle heat. Because when you remove felt from a steamer, it can be pretty hot. So let's see. Yeah. I'm doing it both sides. Yep. Inside and out. Okay. So now look at that. Now when I first started with this cone, you wouldn't think that this would fit like this. I tell you, the amazing stretching power of steam on felt never ceases to amaze me. So we can see with this beret, you know, where that netting is going to fall. But if you see the top here, yeah, I need more steam. I need more steam. I'm going to take this off, steam it some more. I'm going to wet it a little bit more. Where did my water bottle go? And those gloves did work, by the way. And sometimes when you first do this, you're like, I don't know if this material is enough. Most times it is. It just means that you have to do much more steaming. That's all. You got to break down. So this time I'm going to put it over and just really let it do its thing. I'm trapping in more of the steam. I tell you, I'm spoiled because at FIT, the school, they have this big wooden box where steam just fills the whole box, inside and outside. So you're like, wow. Okay, so I can feel that hot through the plastic. Okay. Okay. I think the steam has broken down the felt a little bit more. Lower this. Woo, so you guys can see a little better. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Okay. I'm the actress and the grip. Bear with me, babies. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm putting more steam on this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Still got bump there, but I'm working to really work out because this is gonna have to lay flat. And at some point, I'm going to put on my rope. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I know what I'm gonna do. This is when I'm gonna put some rope on. Yeah. It was, I remember watching a video of another hat maker in the beginning when I first started doing this. And he said, you know, it took him anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour to do this step, to block a hat. And I was like, that can't be. I was like, How hard is it to put material on a block? Well, let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. Or maybe I'm not making it look so easy, but excuse me, let me tell you, it has its challenges for sure. Let me see here. I just have to rework this. Okay. Yes, you can use your hands, do whatever you gotta do to make it do what it do, baby. I'm working this material over here. Almost. Still see it popping up. Just that little top part up there. I almost want to put a heavy flat plate on this. You know what I mean? To lay it down. Okay. Pull this a little tighter. It's coming along. It's coming along. Let me turn this off now. I don't think I need it as much. Okay. 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 So now I'm almost ready to use some pins to get this all nice and tight under here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy with the turnout. I like how the netting is down there, that it almost looks like lace. Yeah, let me get some pins. Okay. So now I'm going to pin it so that when it dries, it will be exactly the way we need it to be. Yeah. 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 Okay. So and I'm going to, these are the type of pins I'm using. They're like aluminum base, aluminum tip. And I think I can take this off so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pin it here because when I fold, I think I want enough to fold. I'm going to pin on the dots here because when I take it off, I don't want to cut it too short. I think I want to come about here so I can fold a little bit in. I don't know what this is. This is a little, looked a little pink. I don't know what that was from. Wonder if I even need a, after pinning these, I wonder, I may not even need a rope. Yeah, I may not need it. Yeah, I don't think I will need a rope. Okay. You can use a hammer too. Just don't push down too hard. Yeah. Woo. Okay. Can y'all see? So I'm basically just putting those tacks, pins around, but I'm pulling it in because, yeah. That's gonna be challenging. Okay, but you know what? There's no challenge that we are not up for, okay? We're up for all the challenges. All of them. And one thing I will say, never throw away any of your excess material. You can always use it for something else down the line. Hat makers and seamstress and sewers, we are the kings and queens of scraps because you never know how you can use it in the future. Excuse me. Get some water. Okay. Because there's no way, see that section? There's no way I can pull all of that back and it be completely smooth around the edge. So I'm just going to cut a little bit. Yeah. So then that allows me to do a fold over. Yeah. And you know what? You can do more than one cut if need be. Doesn't have to be just one. Whatever gets the job done. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're doing it. We're doing it, doggone it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to let it dry completely, about 24 hours. Because remember how much we sprayed it and steamed it? It's wet on the inside and the outside. So whenever I do these, I always feel like, oh, I just finished my cake. All right, we'll be back to do the finishing touches afterwards. Once the blocked beret completely dried, I removed it and I added felt stiffener to it. But I only applied the felt stiffener on the inside. When you add stiffener to any hat, for felt, you add it on the inside. For straw, you add it on the outside, the stiffener. Okay? So once I added it on the inside, I got this little curve. Because remember, the top of my beret block was flat. Well, this got a little curve to it, but I grew to like it because it really gives it, to me, this vintage feel. I added a um, black rhinestone sparkling spider, kind of like this is like its web. And I added a satin lining, the sweatband, and my logo. Yeah, I have to figure out how I'm attach this sweatband to stay. They say you can apply Elmer's school glue. Who wants to do that? Once you've done all this craftsmanship, you just don't want to apply glue, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to do any more stitching either. I don't want to put any more holes in my felt. Yeah, what do you guys think? This is the end result, and I'm really happy. I will say, excuse me, that there's a little imperfection here. It almost looks like a felt pimple. It's a raised piece of felt. It's just a little dot. Whenever you see any imperfections in your felt, just use sandpaper or a brush to kind of get it out. Use a brush first and then go in and just use a little bit of sandpaper. I like keeping the scraps because I like using the sandpaper on the scraps first to see how it will react, and then I use it on this. So I'll probably use it on the scrap first and see how it will look. Otherwise, I might just leave it and say, hey, this is the natural felt and it does what it does. And we make it do what it do, baby. All right. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.